Well, Purple Monkey Dishwasher was recorded in 2 stages. The first being at Origami Studios, which we chose because there's a guy there, Anton Haggett, who has an ARIA. He's an ARIA award-winning engineer, and he'd recorded with Powderfinger and Silverchair.
We really hadn't used a producer as such in the past. We'd used a lot of engineers, and like this album pretty much stepped it up a notch by having him there. He was able to bring in not only his experience but also a whole pile of equipment that we wouldn't have usually had.
We did 10 tracks, and I think I used 8 different snares on all the tracks. So the producer Anton at Origami Studios has got a wide collection of different snares of all shapes and sizes, so we kind of experimented with a lot of different sounds and laid down songs a couple of times with different snares, so yeah, it's good.
He had such a great selection of guitars, great selection of amps, and also a great selection of pedals, and Anton was great at pulling sounds.
This is the studio where it all happens.
And then the second stage was the vocals. We met with Dan Jenkinson and we went into the Black Ox studio down at Manly and started laying vocals.
It would have been fairly easy to bring the guys in and smacked it all down, but I didn't feel as though the songs deserved that. Really, the main thing that I thought we needed to focus on was just getting the performances as good as possible and tweaking a few bits here and there in terms of structure and some arrangement pieces.
Dan was very particular. He pushed us to get the right vocals. We experimented on a lot of different harmonies and you know, vocal parts. And I'm so glad that he pushed us. He had great ideas, and you know, the things that we came up with would never have happened without Dan. Great producer.
So in the middle of Hippo for Sale, there's a bit where there's a little bit of a breakdown, and we wanted to try something a little bit different there. So we got some noises from programs that we'd made. We got some cannibals from Erie and Jaya that are making this cool noise going hee ha ho ha hee ha ho. And then we got some lions roaring in the background. We got hippos just making, it's almost like an oinking noise going wah, wah, wah. And then we got these congas, and we got Zach on 2 different congas and then this other little drum, and it just made for like a real cool African feel.
I came back in and they'd done this little bit on Hippo for Sale, and it was this like Beach Boys bit, and it was like so unexpected but so cool.
Definitely one of the coolest bits of the album.
That was a surprise, and it's kind of something that you don't really, I don't know, if you haven't heard it or played the song like that before, then it's a big shock when you hear it for the first time.
Pandemonium. Opening track, we got DJ Deep Child, who I gave him the CD and just, can you just make some weird noises that go at the front? So if you listen very carefully, there's this like weird computer noises. That's what I asked for, and we got it. And that goes in right at the start, like at the build-up.
Pandemonium was pretty much my only time to shine on the entire album musically, because I got a solo.
Made by overpaid security. Pretty little packages are packaged up for you and me. All hands up on coupons, lost to United States.
I bought a envelope filter for Chris's bass, but Chris hasn't used it much, but I wanted to use it, and I ended up using it on this little solo part in Goofballs, which is really funky, and yeah, it was cool to use. I like that pedal out of mine, and great sounds, and I can pull some great sounds.
That's good. That's good. Something's called Keys to My Elephant.
There's a Simpson episode where they buy an elephant. I think Bart wins the elephant, Stampy, and they end up, Homer wants to sell it to an ivory dealer, and then he goes, "These are the keys to the elephant," and the ivory dealer goes, "Elephants don't have keys." Well, I'll just keep these then.
All right, I'll be back in the morning to pick up Stampy.
Here's the keys.
Elephants don't have keys.
Well, just keep these then.
King Patchface is another song that probably needed a lot of work before we went in the studio. I think we didn't really know how it was going to work, and then we sat down again with Anton, and he kind of showed us exactly what it should be. It's a tough beat, 'cause it's kind of a little shuffle, Green Day-ish type feel to it. I think that Dan did a fantastic job on the vocals for it, because I think that really made the song in the end.
We've got something in front of us now that represents us, that shows all our music styles.
To tell you the truth, I couldn't be happier with the result. It's a great album, and yeah, something we spent the time on it and we did it right, and we'll forever be proud of that.
Yeah, I think it's quite cool. I think it's something that we'll keep forever, obviously, so I'm glad that we haven't taken any shortcuts on it, and in the end it's taken this long to do, because I think it's something that everyone who's involved in it is quite happy with the end result now. So unless, we would have rushed it out 2 years ago, and probably would have not have been 100% happy with it, but I think we're all quite happy with the end result now, and we're quite proud to play the songs live on stage, and I think we're all proud of the album in general, and it'd be something that we can keep forever. All 5,000 copies if we don't sell any. So.